La ilaha illa Allah. La ilaha illallah. Can you say that? La ilaha?
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha?
La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Very good. La ilaha illallah. But what does that mean? Many people say that. Today, maybe more than 1.5 billion human beings that say they're Muslims, they say these words. La ilaha illallah. But what does it mean? La ilaha means la is no, right? If you know any Arab, then they have little children, you know. Whenever the children get into something, the mother said, la, 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 like this all the time. La, la, because you shouldn't do that, yeah? So she's telling them in Arabic, don't. La, no. Ilaha. What is ilaha? It means something you worship, something you bow down to, something you praise it, something you are thankful because you think it gives you something. So this thing worshipped is called an ilah in Arabic. And also in Hebrew it's called El. El and also Elohim. Now why I'm mentioning this is because it's not only in Arabic that we know this. It's also from the Jews in Hebrew. It's also from the Christians in the Aramaic language. And that's one of the proofs that I'm talking about. Because through the centuries and over the many, many, many years, in all of the lands across the world, people have come and in their language have said essentially the same words. There's no God to worship. No God to worship. And then the rest of it, illa except Allah. And that's the message that these prophets brought to tell the people. La ilaha illallah. If we know this, then we're all ready to understand now more about these prophets, these messengers of Allah. Another interesting thing for us as Muslims is that prophets are different from messengers because all the prophets and all the messengers are prophets. All of them are from the same. But there are those who are also called Rasul in Arabic language. It means messenger. You know the difference? Well, as I said earlier, the prophets, we know them because of the message they carry, and also we know them because they have had some kind of experience with Allah, or through his angel. He has an angel named Jibril or Gabriel who communicates to the people. And when this person, whoever it might be, starts to get what's called revelation, he starts to tell the people, there's only one God, worship him. But then when he comes with a book or a scripture or anything which is written down, then what happens? He becomes a Rasul. And that's the difference between a prophet and a messenger. Or in Arabic, Nabi, that's a prophet, and Rasul, that's a messenger. Now, to help the ones who don't know a lot of Arabic, I like to sometimes give a little something extra here so you can get the idea. In English, we have a word called epistle. That means a message that you give somebody, like email. You know, you give somebody an epistle. Whoever brings it is called an apostle. Apostles give epistles. And Rasul gives arsala. So the word in Arabic, arsala, is the message. Everybody got that?
Yes. Yes.
What's the message? Who remembers? What is the message?
La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Very good. We didn't come to that second part yet, but we're going to get on to that. Because each of these prophets has a name. Now, some of them, we know their names exactly. Some of them have been referred to by what they did, and others, we don't know their names. Can you guess how many prophets there were? Do you think there were more than 50? Think there's more than 100? Do you think there were more than 1,000 prophets that came? How many do you think? How many?
There are 25 prophets.
How many?
25 prophets.
Prophets, we have more than 124,000. Wow. But the point we're trying to make is that always throughout history, there were these prophets who came, and they warned their people. But not all of them brought books, or not all of them had a Quran, but all of them carried the same message. The message is what? You only worship Allah and nothing else. Make sense? Now, sometimes people ask me about the prophets, and they'll say, well, are they perfect? Well, I tell them, if you mean by that they can't make mistakes, first of all, the only one who doesn't make any mistakes is Allah. And his angels, of course, they have to obey Allah, so they're not going to make any mistakes either. But from the jinn, all of them will make mistakes. And from human beings, all of them make mistakes. So we know that anybody who is a prophet is a human being, makes mistakes. So they're not perfect, but they never make the big mistakes of not understanding the message that they have. La ilaha illallah. So all the prophets, they know this, and they never break that. They always stay away from worship of other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me explain something else, and I think this will help you. You see, we have around us right now many trees, and we have plants, and we have many things all over. See all of this? It's beautiful, yeah? I love it. You love it? But I don't go to this tree over here. I don't go to the plants, and I don't ask them for anything. So if you see somebody talking to trees, well, maybe it's okay, because some people like to do that. But if they start getting real serious and asking, oh, tree, I need this, and I need something else, how the tree can help you? The tree can't walk. The tree can't go anywhere, right? So why would you ask this tree? Then, what about these rocks around here? Those are nice rocks, round rocks, square rocks, flat rocks, big rocks, little rocks. But would you ask a rock for something? I don't think so. What's a rock going to do? He can't move at all. At least the tree can move around in the wind a little bit, do a little bit of a dance or something, huh? But a rock, he's not going anywhere. You're going to ask a rock, excuse me, rock, how do I get from here back home? I'm lost. And what, a rock going to say anything? No. So why, if you can't ask a rock for directions, you sure wouldn't pray to a rock, would you? But some people pick up rocks and they carve the rocks. They change the rock, make it look like something. They said, now pray to it. Ask it. Still can't help them, can it? Not only it's bad rock, this rock is defaced. And it's worse off than it was. So anybody who's asking from a rock or a stick or a stone or a bone, some people are looking at bones and thinking the bone can help them. They go to bones of dead people and they're asking, oh, I need this, I need that. Why? He's dead. If anybody needs something, he needs it more than you. He doesn't even have any skin. You're going to ask the bone? I don't think so. Doesn't make sense, does it? I don't think so. The beautiful thing about this message that comes with all these prophets is that children understand it the best.